On these distinctive occasions, it is customary for the Dean of the School of Medicine to address graduates and those present in the audience. It has been my honor and privilege to work with Dr. Mark Richardson for the last 18 months. Dr. Richardson is the 14th Dean of the School of Medicine. He's an East Coaster like I am. He's a native of South Carolina and received his bachelor's degree from the University of South Carolina and his medical degree from the Medical University of South Carolina. He continued his training both at the University of South Florida in Tampa and a residency in otolaryngology at Medical Hospital at MUSC in South Carolina. In addition, he completed a fellowship in pediatric otolaryngology both in Cincinnati and the Hospital for Sick Children in London, England. He's a member of numerous professional boards and serves as a member of the American Board of Otolaryngology, which is the agency that certifies all otolaryngologists. What I find most special about Dr. Richardson, outside of the fact that he's also from the East Coast, is his continued engagement with students, residents, and patients. He continues to participate in clinical work while serving in his administrative roles as Dean and Senior Vice President for Health Affairs, which is really quite something in my estimation. He is a doctor first and a dean second. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Mark Richardson.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. It is a wonderful day, and I want to thank everybody here who is sharing in the achievements of the class of 2010. You know, for all of us, this tradition dates back to 1887, when what would become the OHSU School of Medicine was first established. Back then, our school was located in a small former grocery store in northwest Portland. It was a rickety building, long since torn down. Our entering class was 15 students, and 12 of them were on the medical school's football team. Our circumstances have changed a lot over the past 123 years. For one thing, we're in a new location with a lot more buildings. Some of them are still a little rickety, but most of them are actually very nice. We have built a scientific and clinical enterprise recognized throughout the world for its excellence. And today, we have many more graduates in more disciplines than ever. 330 graduates today receiving MDs, doctorates, master's degree, and graduate certificates. We don't have a football team anymore. I think the University of Oregon also would like to have made that decision, but they didn't. Our circumstances have changed a good deal, but the reason that we're here remains the same. We have chosen this profession, or perhaps it has chosen us, because we want to contribute to a better and healthier world. Today's ceremony honors that dedication to the goal of improving human health. But without a doubt, you are entering your chosen profession at an exceptional time in which the opportunities, as well as the challenges, are unlike any faced previously, at least in my lifetime. As we grapple with the consequences of financial and social upheavals around the globe, the vulnerability of how we fund social goods right here in our state and across this country, like healthcare, education, research, social services, has been exposed, I think, in a very harsh light. We know that fundamental change, I think, is inevitable if we want to solve all of these problems and to create that better world I think we all envision. With so many unknowns on the horizon, it may feel a little overwhelming as you embark on your new profession, but with change comes opportunity and an ability to make even a greater impact in the coming years. You know, leaders at all levels of medicine and science are now working with renewed vigor to find innovative ways to best support clinicians, scientists, and patients by reimagining the future of health and healthcare delivery. Here are just a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. When you entered your degree program, telemedicine was in its infancy, And now virtual visits are common in some rural areas and in other places, and that field is growing rapidly. Imagine a world in which care can be delivered to the most remote areas of our globe as long as you have a cell phone with you. It's coming, and you'll be part of that. When you entered your degree program, Facebook, Twitter, other novel social media tools that link us quickly to new information and new people had not yet permeated our world. Imagine a world in which cutting-edge research is part of social media and allows us to innovate instantly. These vehicles are already being used by more and more to form support groups for chronic diseases and share information about innovative research protocols. You're going to be part of that. During your degree program, a healthcare reform law was passed, and while that was a contentious process, it's a good start. Imagine a world in which barriers to health are removed, and all of you will have a part to play in that. More and more scientists and healthcare professionals, just like you, have helped us understand that education, environmental toxins, genetics, economics, and lifestyle choices all play interrelated roles in human health. Imagine a world in which teamwork across these disciplines means that progress in one area results in progress in all areas. It is an exciting time in history. The future before you was unimaginable from the perspective of our first students of 1887, or frankly, even to our students from just a decade or so ago. But while the circumstances are different, the reasons you have entered this profession remain the same, across time, across the past 123 years, and into the future. You should never lose sight of the commitment, drive, and desire to contribute to a better, healthier world that has brought you to this day. In closing, I want to paraphrase from Dr. Aldebert Bettman, a longtime faculty member, as he addressed a group of OHSU students and alumni in 1918. This medical school is large in the lofty purpose of its existence and in the product of its work. And nowhere is it more true than in medicine that we exist not for the benefit of the favored few, but for the benefit for all of humanity. We'll be watching all of you with great pride. Congratulations, class of 2010.